Hello everybody, George Kenner. Tell me, do you think we're looking at the death of some of your favorite crafting channels? Well, I think that there may be a possibility that that could happen. And here's why. I'm going to share a couple of things. First, my professional background before this was real estate and mortgage banking. I've utilized data for literally an entire profession where we would try and identify people that would potentially either need a new mortgage or want to buy or sell a house. Well, that is all data driven. You wouldn't want to be sending a postcard to somebody that just moved into the house 6 months ago. You want to send a postcard to somebody that's lived there 6 years because the likelihood of the turnover is going to be much greater. Well, that is the type of statistical marketing that people really need to use. Now, when YouTube first got started, it was mostly people putting information out there. The affiliate networks for these companies had not grown. What they would do is they would make a little bit of money off of making the video. Well, years ago that changed. And what happened was that YouTube became an advertising platform for a lot of companies. I know one laser company that had probably 40 different influencers, all of them producing content, some of them on probably pretty good messages. I think what I shared about engineering and machines was spot on. But seeing somebody push a laser down a driveway with colored hair, probably not for me. That's not going to sell me a laser, but I did see that. So, and I saw beautiful women. I love beautiful women. I think everybody does. But would I use the foundation of their beauty to buy a laser that is going to make me money? I don't think I do that either. Well, technology has changed. We have been introduced to AI. And I think what happened, and I'm going to show you why not only I think this has happened, but I think it's provable, is I started to do YouTube shorts. And, you know, I'd say something maybe about this, an epoxy table, the epoxy that I used, and show part of the process. I'd get between 300 and 1,000 views. Well, then what I did was I moved over and I started to do what I did in the very beginning days of Facebook and YouTube when I was a real estate broker. And what I did was I created a closed loop system. I would identify everybody that I thought would be appropriate. I put it on Facebook, I drove them to a website, and I encouraged them to call me. Well, what I did was I set up a website called Laser Freedom. I published the video, I advertised it, I drove the traffic into the site, and I spent really very little money, and I got 10,000 views. Of course, I shared this with the company, and some of them were impressed, some of them weren't. You would be surprised that the reluctance for marketing with companies that support affiliates, I just don't get it. You prove to them what works and they don't want to do it. They want to stay in the world that they understand. Well, it is what it is. As a matter of fact, I know one company, 57,000 subscribers, they did a video, it got 360 views. Clearly YouTube has changed. Now, why or how did they change? Well, AI came up. If I want a new thumbnail, all I have to do is go into ChatGPT, give them a background idea, insert my picture onto it, and boom, I have a thumbnail, which is much more professionally done than was Matter a couple years ago. But if they have that, they also have the ability to go in, figure out what's in the video and see if it's a promotion. And if it's a promotion, they want to be paid. I don't blame them. Back to I get 1,000 or I get 10,000. Then if you go right now into your YouTube feed, and if you're interested in lasers, you're going to scroll down and you're going to see something by Xtool or WeCreate. It's going to look like it's an affiliate or a disinterested party, where to me, they're really more like actors. And they're going to show all the things that they've made with this, and they're going to infer that you can make a lot of money, so you should go buy the machine. But it's an advertisement. And then it links to their affiliate link. That is the new methodology and what is working. I have a feeling, and I was told 6 months ago, that the Chinese companies would potentially come in, look at the distributorship programs that they have and potentially modify it. There was one Chinese company that had an American affiliate system, and it looked like they brought in another machine that was just about exactly the same thing and offered it for less money. Now, if you weren't trying to, modify your distribution program, why would you do that? Well, modification of distribution programs is actually one of the chapters you would take when you get your Master's of Business Administration. This is not bad. This is just capitalism. Jasper Woodworks. Great channel, Swedish guy. He makes stuff out of, inexpensive wood, makes some really nice stuff. And he was pleading with his audience to please leave a comment, engage. If you don't engage, some of your best content providers are going to be gone. What I've always tried to pride myself on was taking the tools that I have, my laser, my saws, my planes, and making something absolutely beautiful. This is going to be a table like some of the others that I've made that is going to be my new coffee table in my living room. The cost for all this mesquite, free. One of my friends knew somebody that cut down a tree. They brought it over. I live in an arid desert of Arizona. Let it sit outside for a year, cut it up. The drying factor on this is it's drier than something that has already been kiln dried. So I'm perfectly set. My cost to do this is a piece of scrap plywood that came off of my laser box when my laser arrived. I try not to throw anything away and recycle. I'm free. How do you beat free? I have a friend, Hope Yoder. Very, very nice woman. Hey, and her husband, Marv. I love to have beers with Marv. He's a great guy. She says, if it doesn't move, engrave it. She has the attitude that will take you to success. Now, I've seen many of the people that have done this type of video. They're silencing the videos because they make no money off it. The affiliate network relationships are all drying up. They're concentrating on their businesses. If you like these people and you like the content that they put out, make sure to engage, especially right now. Let YouTube know that you don't want it to go away. Watch it all the way through. If you take and it's 6 minutes long and you're ready to click at 3, go to the bathroom and let it run. Do something nice. Do the guy a solid. Take care of him. If you have any questions, and by the way, I know there's going to be a big announcement from another company that is going to probably make a change in their distribution network. I have some information in writing from a serious executive with the company, so I know it's going to happen, and as soon as I can drop the information, which will support what I have just said, that there's going to be changes in the distribution channels and the advertising, I'll let you know. I wish you all the best. Thank you.